I have a mic on, but I just sound funny. So if you're there, I'm all good to talk, but don't laugh at my voice too much. But yeah, hoping this can just be a pretty chill stream. It's the first time I've done one of these, so on YouTube anyway. So hopefully it's something I can do regularly. I'm used to doing them on Twitch, and as long as this works well, I could see myself streaming on here in future. It took me a while to set up. Normally I start on the hour, and it's about 30 minutes late, but got there in the end. Turns out I just didn't put select YouTube in the settings of OBS. I still had it set on Twitch, which was why it wasn't working. But yeah, these characters here belong to Nikki, or DX Girly, and they are her girls, Kiki and Stasia, and they are super cute. When I first start colouring, I just do the block colours, which I find the most boring out of the entire process, but it has to be done. And you might be thinking that I could full bucket it, but it just never quite works or looks quite right. The way that I build everything up, just by having some sketchiness as the base, it really helps it all just come together, if that makes any sense. YouTube's telling me that the health of my stream isn't too great. I think hopefully it's not too laggy. What I'm watching looks alright. Yeah, I think the stream is quite behind as far as lag goes, but time will tell. And it's telling me there's a person here, but I'm not entirely convinced. It might be counting me as that person, so I could just be talking to myself right now. It's very likely. Probably won't leave this up on my channel. I might download the file and kind of use it later on. Actually, that reminds me, I should make sure I'm recording as well, just in case, because I might not be able to get it from YouTube. I know I can download old streams from Twitch, but I'm not sure how reliable YouTube is for that. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think you're able to download stuff properly from YouTube. I mean, there are ways, there are browsers and stuff that do it, but I always feel like the quality on those isn't as great. I think I might save my voice until someone comments or says something, just because I haven't talked much today. I didn't realize it was this bad, but it really does sound like I'm losing my voice. So for that reason, I might go silent for a bit. So if anyone has the patience to watch this back, which I would be surprised because it's so slow. Drawing is slow. Yeah, sorry, it's going to be a bit boring for you. But as soon as someone is here, I will be talking and talking. Hello, person. I see there's someone else here. I have a mic. Hope I didn't give you a fright. My voice is just disappearing on me, so I'm trying to save it until someone gets here. No pressure if you don't want to say hi, but your presence is welcome. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to draw on this little space here, because I'm going to color it and I want to make sure it makes sense, because I can't remember what my logic was behind it. Hello. I've been a little bit lonely on here. I've been going for about 40 minutes now. I'm glad you're here. My voice is kind of disappearing, so I've been saving it by just sitting here on mute. I talked to myself for a little bit because I thought I could see someone here, but I think I was imagining it. Oh no, that's all good. I thought I would try it on YouTube because maybe more people will see it and get notifications if I'm on YouTube, but I don't think it quite works like that. And no one really watches my stream YouTube upload things anyway. Sadly. You're totally fine, you're fine. It's all good. I've actually been watching YouTube videos while I draw, so it's been all good. Actually managed to catch up on your vlogs. Finally, so behind. But I haven't replied or commented in so long. It's really bad. But I think I might start working on Kiki's face now. That should be good. Gosh, my voice sounds terrible though. It's not fair. Thought I was getting better. I don't want to get sick again. Also, happy birthday for the other day. To say it in person, I would sing, but no one wants to hear that. That would be really bad right now. So good. I still like watching them anyway. I've just been really bad with watching YouTube in general. I'm muting myself to cough. What colour do I want? I suppose her blush is kinda peachy, eh? Don't be alarmed by this. I'm just trying to get the rough tone thing going on. Then I will blend it. I can't remember what colour I just picked before. Was it that one? Yes. I do like the long vlogs though, as I'm sure you know, because lots of people comment and say they do. I'm going to be filming some videos tomorrow. I might after the stream, depending how I go, but with my voice being weird, it's a pain. It's annoying because my I'm finally kind of gotten used to my braces, so I'm talking, isn't annoying like it was initially, and now my voice is disappearing. It's not ideal. Yeah, it'll just keep looking better from here on out. Just adding different levels of highlights and whatever. I can't words right now. And then it's just a case of refining it until I'm happy with it. Just adding a lot of different layers and bits and bobs and stuff. Oh, and guess what? I went and I think I actually did I mention it? I can't remember. I think I did on that little update thing. But I did buy a boy doll. Not the one I had initially mentioned though. Yeah. So I got the an April Story 66 centimeter boy. They had their sale where it was was it 30 or 40% off? I don't know. It was within my budget though, which was the main thing. And Yeah, they had the what even was it? Can I remember? It was a special. No, what is the word? An event where not only is it really cheap, I think because it was April or something, and they also gave you a choice of any head. So I chose the Adrian head because I like that one the most. And yeah, and it's all been processed. So they've received my payment and that's all good. And now I wait. I'm hoping it won't be too long. I've heard mixed things about April's story, as I'm sure you have as well. Because I know Sarah had a April story body at one point, I think for Eddie, and she didn't like it. But like I think this is one of the newer ones. I'm not really sure, but I'm curious to see for myself. And for the price that I got it, I really can't complain. So it'll just be a case of waiting and seeing. So I'm hyped though. He's gonna be huge. And yeah, they can take a while too. But I've also heard mixed things about them this year. Like there's some people who have gotten their dolls in 2 months, which is really impressive. Then like people ages ago who had to open like PayPal disputes to get theirs. So I mean, they still exist, so they can't be that bad if they're still, functioning. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, so I sold a few things to be able to afford it and got people to pay me on PayPal. So the money was all there and I didn't actually have to touch my main account at all, which was really good. Yeah, their head sculpts are really nice. Thing is though, like I initially wanted to get just a body for a switch head because I absolutely love the switch heads, the boys on there. I'm sure the girls are amazing too. But oh my lord, the those boy sculpts are something else. And I've got one on layaway from someone on Instagram. So I kind of wanted to find a body that would hybrid with that, and I heard that the April Story one is a good match. But the thing is, I really like the head that I ended up getting with the event, so I might end up just having to get a switch body eventually. But they're expensive. I don't know, one day. It's really funny too though because my so my partner he was like he knew all about it because I was like, oh yes, I'm selling stuff so I can buy another doll. I wasn't sure how he would feel about that, but he didn't seem too phased. Mainly just because like I've kind of gotten a few in a short amount of time, and yeah. I mean he doesn't mind. It's mainly just like making sure that we're responsible with money. That is so long from Lutz, but it'll be really, really worth it. Because my girl Claire is from Lutz, although I didn't get her from the company, I got her second hand, so I didn't have to wait. But like, as far as the quality goes, they are so heavy. I'm sure, because did you get, I can't even remember, they were MSDs, right? The ones you got from Lutz? No, one MSD and one, I can't even remember. You have to help me. Help me out. My memory is shot. But anyway, like, they're just really heavy. That's the biggest thing with Claire. It just feels super solid, super sturdy. Oh, that's right. I knew. Okay, that's what I was going to say, but then I was questioning myself at NMSD and USD. It's going to be so cool. So what time is it for you now? It must be, because like, is it a different time zone in Florida from where you were before? I don't know time zones for shit, so I'm probably wrong, but Oh, that's not too bad. It could be later. You've done worse, let's say, eh? Right, same time zone. See, that shows what I know. Much, much worse. Can I remember what colour Kiki's eyes are? Are they like a greeny colour, or am I imagining that? Green or blue? I feel like they're blue. You probably can tell me before I can check on Instagram. I feel like they're blue, right? Yeah. Yes. Blue. Teal. Oh, yeah. I can see that. That's actually kind of what I was looking for down here anyway. I mean, they're really pretty. And I'm super jealous of your Mako eyes. I got some from Chocolate Handmade and they came in this week. They're super reflective though. And I got two of the same pair, but they were like the pairs were different colours. So like there was a goldish one and a bluish one, and I got two sets so I could have two of the blue and two of the gold. Because for some reason I couldn't find them on their own on their site. And the blue ones I thought I would like the most, but they're so reflective, they're kind of creepy. But like not creepy, but just like they just look really unnatural. I'll have to show them in a Wine and Dollies. I'll film one tomorrow or after this. But yeah. So Claire's got the gold ones in and they're lighter on her, but I actually really, really like them. Yeah, it's crazy that you got the eyes before you got oh no, you got the doll before you got the eyes. Like that's something else. I might see if I can find some second hand before I yeah, go via them, because didn't you say they were like closed at the moment anyway or something like that? Maybe. I cannot remember. Had a really busy week at my first job. Or not first job, it's not even my first job. What am I saying? That first week at my job, my new job. So at a school. So I've been at my new class, they're lovely. The kids at the school are so well behaved, it's almost kind of weird. Like, I consider myself quite a relaxed teacher. Like, you know, I'll give the kids a bit of freedom and I don't, like, as long as they don't abuse it, you know. So, like, if stuff's happening, if they're getting things done, I don't mind if there's a bit of noise. But the kids at the school, like, they are all just so quiet without you even having to say anything. And it's a bit weird, eh? Yeah, so oh, I always get muddled up. I think yeah, elementary would be right. The kids are like around 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. Probably all 8 at the moment. We'll have some 9-year-olds by the end of the year. They are so, so cool. The poor things. I'm their third teacher this year. But they took it all in their stride. They didn't seem too worried, so yeah. But there was a lot to set up, a lot to get used to. And I still had this really bad cough. It's getting a bit better now, but my voice is disappearing, so I hope that'll be back for next week. Yeah, elementary. I feel like I need to fix up the shading. That's what I need to do. But yeah, it was just super busy. I was hoping to maybe come back and film something in the afternoons or in the evenings, but I was just tired, eh? And my mouth was getting really sore with my braces, but they've settled down now, so it should be fine. And like, I don't know, you commented on it, you just would have seen my video on the on Patreon. That's just, I did not sound good. Sounded miserable. So it probably best not to make a video, not to force it. Now Kiki has really pretty purple eyeshadow, doesn't she? But yeah, I got my another few pairs of shoes in that I got from the I talked about it last time. Is it like Fatio Dolls Shop on Etsy? Yeah, they're really not good when you force them. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes for people watching them, they're like not too bad, but when you're filming them, that is not fun, and they should be fun. And I mean, that can come across that you're not having a good time. But yeah, so I needed to, I wanted to do a review of sorts of their shoes because I actually have, like, hang on, can I count? 6 pairs of their shoes now. I have 2 SD pairs, 3 MSD pairs, although 2 of those are the same, just different colours, and 1 USD pair. All of my dolls are actually wearing shoes. Oh, pardon me, wearing shoes from that store, so would be quite good to do that. And someone a while ago asked if I could do a body review for my USD, so I should probably get around to doing that at some point. And then of course the wine and dollies, just to show the changes with the eyes and talk about stuff as you do. The fact that I've ordered another doll and explain my plans for him briefly. Because I mean, I have the switch head, which I hadn't thought it would be, you know, my male character, but my male character Jean, but I don't know, I'm thinking that the Adrian sculpt might actually be better for him anyway, and then the switch one could be someone else. So just gonna have a floating head for a bit possibly. We'll see how that goes. That'd be good, yeah. It's always good having like something new to show as well. And I don't think I've actually shown Alan on camera since I redid his, so I'm well overdue for something. Now I'm going to have to balance the colours on this a bit better. Might actually do that now. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh no, what have I done? That looks weird. Why did it do that? I know why. It's because I don't have the lines in there. Yeah, I know that it looked really freaky. I'm sorry. So I just want to adjust the tones, and there's probably a better way to do this, but this is how I do it. There we go. Okay, that behaved. And then I can go through here with the color balance. Because I could make it a bit warmer. I think that would look quite nice. Just since there's so many colors in it, this is a really easy way to kind of bring them on the same level, especially since I'm picking colors from my my palette. I don't really think very carefully when I'm doing that, so often they don't match properly. Yeah, it makes it a lot prettier. And then I'll go on top of it again, and then depending on how that goes, I'll do it again, and it will slowly just build up. I do need to fix Kiki's hair now though, because it's gone a bit too red. I need to add the blondie streaks in there. That might do the trick if I use that one. Such pretty hair. And Claire's been rocking a side part now. Had a little doll meet, and one of the people that came played with Claire and dressed her up, and when they put her wig back on, they gave her a side part, and I can't believe I hadn't done that before because it looks amazing. So that's Claire now. She's gone through quite a transformation actually, now that she's also got the lighter eyes. And Millie has Claire's old eyes in at the moment. I tried those blue ones as I said, but yeah, they're just a bit too like unreal, too reflective. Yeah, it is cool toned. I get exactly what you mean, but because I upped the warmth of the picture, it will make it look warmer. But I'll bring it back down. It's just lots of layering, and it should all work out hopefully. It's the whole strategy of adding to it until it looks passable. Gosh, you have a lot of art recently though. It's really cool. Are you going to do anything with them? Because personally, I'm thinking of making a scrapbook. Not that I've got much art of my dolls at this point, but that is something I would really like to start collecting. And I've got all of my, you know, the little cards you get when you buy clothes and the thank you notes. I always like to keep them. And I think a really nice thing to do would be to put them all in a scrapbook. You'll have your own gallery at this rate. A gallery full of art of your dolls. That would be so cool. But yeah, I want to get a scrapbook and do that. I think it'd be really cool. And I saw someone else, the video on YouTube with that idea, so I'm totally gonna pinch it. I think it would be fun, and especially since like I got that the sticker from Sarah, and I don't want to commit to putting it anywhere because I want to make sure it doesn't get damaged and I want to be able to see it. But then, and I thought about the back of my laptop, but the thing is, like, the ones I have on there, I don't ever see them because I don't take my laptop anywhere anymore. It just sits by my window at home, and I want to be able to see it. And you might think, well, in a book you won't see it, but then it will be like, oh, I feel like I'd flick through it a lot. And it would be a really safe place for it, and I can put the photos in there too. And I'd do it in a way that would make them safe, so they're not going to, get ruined or anything. I wouldn't use tape. I would get some of those picture dots so that you can remove them if you want to do that. Because I'm thinking, because you can just go to the shop, to the thing, like, I don't know what. Yeah, I got the Azu one as well. But here at least, there's lots of places that have little photo printers. I reckon if you can just take your pictures in on a USB and get them printed on that, and depending on where you go, it's not too expensive, and then it looks, yeah, nice and professional. Pretty sure that's exactly what Sarah did with her little pictures. It's a good idea. Inexpensive and very cool. Yeah, at Walmart that would be exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you could always go to a stationery place and they have printers to do that too, but I like the idea of having them in little photos. Makes it easy to put it in a scrapbook as well. Yeah, I hope I'm not stealing your time. If you need to do something, that is all good. I don't want you to feel like you have to stay just because you're the only person here. That would be so cool to have one for all of your dolls. You're getting quite a few though, so I'm not sure. It might be tricky to find places for them all. I mean, they'd look really cool wherever you put them though. As long as you don't mind. I mean, more than anything, like, this is making sure that I'm actually working on these, so yeah. Gosh, my voice sounds terrible though. I can hear it through my headphones and it sounds bad. Rowdy car going up the road. Gosh. Oh gosh, I've been neglecting Stasia's hair. Need to fix that. It's actually more of a like mix, eh? Like it looks orangey on camera, but it has a mix in it, like pinks and slight creams and that sort of thing. Oh, the hair. I just kind of layer and eventually stop. But I'm never really happy with the hair. I always want to add more because it's just so much fun doing all the flowy bits. I'm glad you like it though. Yeah, I thought so. Because the way it shows up on camera is very, very similar to the way Millie's does. Oh, and did I say as well that I'm pretty sure I did, that I'm getting a wig for Millie. The same person who made Claire's wig is making one for her. I really can't wait. Yeah, alpaca. It'll be like a light brown with purple at the ends. I'll try and insert a picture when I talk about it in my Wine and Dollies. From what I've seen so far, like with the tests and stuff that they have done with the dyes, it's going to look amazing. They actually had a few pre-made wigs that they put up on their store just this morning, but two of them sold pretty much straight away. They're both for mini fees, so it wouldn't have fit any of mine, but I was still ready to be tempted. But unfortunately, other people had beat me to it. It's probably a good thing. So I think it's pronounced Maishka. I'm not sure, but it's Maishka. So if you just search that on Etsy, it should hopefully come up. Out of their pre-made ones, I've only got one left, and it's a Blazing Sunset alpaca one. It's like purple to pink to red. It's very pretty. They had a black one that was up this morning and a brown one as well, but they both sold. They're not exactly cheap, but they're definitely worth it, I think. I mean, I love Claire's work so much. Like, I wouldn't I don't regret it at all. I don't know, I can't words. I can't see her in anything else now. It was an instant forever wig. Oh yeah, they posted it on Instagram, so they probably would have tagged it there. Yeah, that's right, the black one and the caramel one. But yeah, so that's who made Claire's wig. I was kind of waiting to see if they would make some SD wigs pre-made, because I was quite interested in it. I knew they were making a brown one and a caramel one, and even though in past they've only made MSD wigs or USD wigs, because like I was their first SD one when I commissioned from them. I was thinking, oh, you know, maybe they'll decide to pre-make some SD wigs. Unfortunately not, but there's always time for that in future, I'm sure. That's true, yeah. It's probably the most, sensible thing for them to make as far as for stuff that sells to turn a profit. I haven't forgotten that you want this transparent. I'll do that when I'm done. I just like working with a background there because it helps me kind of figure out the lightings and that sort of stuff. Which, on that note, I should actually make use of it. This Elena's super pretty. It's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. Not that I've looked seriously into buying one myself, but yeah. Yep, yeah, of course I will make it transparent. Just do that at the very end. Actually, what colour's the background for your opening? Because I could make sure it will fit in with the tone. It's rainbow coloured. Haha. Oh, hi Jess! You made it. I've been working on Nikki's picture and I sound like shit, but that's to be expected at this point. Lurking is fine. Cool, so pastel gradient. I think I am definitely within that. Because everything's kind of pastel-y so far. It's actually probably got most of the pastel rainbow covered. I'm so tempted to put in the bow that's on Kiki's Totoro sweater, but technically it would be covered, but I want to put it in there because it would look so cute. Oh well. The yellow bow would go here, so it would be very much covered. Or there, I suppose. I mean, if I made it bigger, it would work. Well, I'm not sure about it working, but it would fit. It would show. Oh, hello, and thank you. Just slowly colouring this in. This is the part I like the most because I can just flick around different parts and it just looks better and better the more I do. You guys all missed the flat colouring part, which is by far the most boring. There's nothing to do to avoid it either. You just have to kind of put up with it. Did you? Oh, that's cool. Thank you. I probably should have done that myself, to be honest. But, oh well. I'll get better at this. I wasn't quite sure how it would work on YouTube, so yeah. YouTube just tells me, keeps having like a big thing at the top telling me that my stream health is yellow, whatever that means, so not as good as green. But it's not red, which I'm assuming would be worse, so yep. It's funny though, people will come over from Instagram and be like, this just is a sick person who sounds weird, rambling about random crap. Huh, that's weird. I just got a notification from YouTube for my own stream. You're a bit late, YouTube. And I'm here. I'm doing the stream. Why are you telling me that my own stream has started when A, I'm already here, and B, I'm an hour and a half in? Maybe that's what's going on. And the notifications were really weird. Would not be surprised. Nikki, you're famous. Oh, I see what you did now. It's on your story. Yeah, when I finish this though, hopefully I've told OBS to record this as well, so I should have the footage, and I'm assuming I can download it from YouTube anyway, but I'll upload it as an I Draw Your BJD video because I have not done one of them in a while, so that should be cool. So all in all, there's quite a few things I've got in mind. It's just a case of doing them, which is the tricky part, I suppose. So it actually originally was just LavilyDay. That's my gamer tag, and what I was on Tumblr. No, I wasn't actually that on Tumblr. I lie. It was mainly just my gamer tag actually. Before that, I had a very long name that I went by on everything. It's from a character I really like in this manga and anime. You may or may not know of it. Probably not. Although I did have a new season that came out recently. But anyway, it's called The Grey Man, and there's a character in there called Lavi, and I really liked his character, and I thought it sounded funny when you put Lavely, like an ly on the end of it, and it also kind of sounds like the word lovely. So I just decided that I would start using it as my name. Inspiration from that character. Yeah, and I mean it works on more than one level because most people hear it and just think it sounds like a play on Lovely Day. Although most people will also pronounce it wrong or have trouble pronouncing it because it's confusing. I've heard so many people say LavilyDay, which I can understand why they would say it like that, but it's just meant to sound like Lovely Day. That was a very roundabout way to answer your question. I am sorry. But the name I went by before, and it's actually still my DeviantArt, not that I go on DeviantArt anymore, but that one was Flying Rabbit Monkey, which was from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because Momo on there, the little animal, which is so cute, I really, really loved him. And I was like, well, at one point he's referred to as a flying rabbit monkey. And I decided it would be clever to make that my name. I made an email that was flyingrabbitmonkey@windowslive.com, and it was super long, and I hated it because it was also linked to my Xbox account, and you had to type it in sometimes, and it took forever, and eventually it just got too much, so I don't use that email anymore, needless to say. But Flying Rabbit Monkey still exists on DeviantArt because there's someone who has Lovely that's inactive. I did make a LavilyDay one, but I never made the switch. So yeah. I want to make these look kind of transparent, so I might actually go in on here. And they've got spots on them, eh? So it's kind of like a lace with spots, is that right? I had a quick look at the picture before. I think so, Jess, yeah. That should be right. Because I had, hang on, I'll have to double check. Gosh, this is terrible. I don't even know my stuff very well. So, the pledge from last time, which you put through just before, I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll have to double check. Because you changed it partway through, right? So it came out beginning of this month. So from that, I owe you the color drawing and then a sketch, I think. Yeah, full color one. And then one that's not colored. But I could be convinced otherwise. As FNF, what does that mean? Oh, of course, right, yeah, sorry. That makes sense. Must be a bit of a lag between me talking and this. Yeah, so I think that's right then. I still owe you another one. I can do a realistic portrait. Yep, yep, I can do that. Yeah, I hear that Patreon absolutely hated you and it was being an ass. That's all good. Because you changed, and then I'm meaning for last month. Is that what you mean, or? I'm so confused. I feel so silly. Because you paid for last month, and that was a color drawing and another one, and I can do a realistic one. If you like, I mean, digital would probably be easiest, but I'll try and show you some realistic ones I've done because I actually did one of my Popper for my Nana like years ago. And I did another one for a friend's dad or like a neighbor's friend who had passed away. And they were realistic. So I'll show you what they look like. They were sketches though, like traditional sketches. Where did I have them though? I'm not sure if I put them on DeviantArt or not. I might have. There's one of them. Okay, you ready to see the cringe that is my... Oh yeah, definitely, you'd have rights to print it. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Okay, let's see if this works. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is a realistic... my scanner was terrible. Look at all of my missed messages on there. Can you tell I haven't been on here for a very long time? But yeah, so this is a realistic picture I've done in past, but that was with pencil on paper. So I can do it. The more pictures you have, the better to kind of help, but yeah, I can do that. Thank you. We could take a stroll through my DeviantArt. I haven't updated it in forever, eh? So I was flying rabbit monkey. And this was like my most popular deviation ever. It was because I only did traditional stuff for a very long time, but it's like actually it's A3 sized and it's with markers, as you can tell, because you can see all the lines of the markers. Yeah, that sounds good, Jess. But yeah, but what kept annoying me is people would comment and they'd be like, where is so-and-so character? Why didn't you put them in there? And I got so tired of people telling me that. It's like, go away. I didn't put them there because I didn't want to have them there. I want to see it now, Nikki. I want to. Some of these are more recent in here. I've just got like overdue updates and shit. I don't even know what I... Yeah. DeviantArt was a long time ago. Because I used to make plushies as well. Like you can see some of them on here. And then there's my comic that I rebooted like friggin' 5+ times. But I made little plushies. Like the Bastion kid, and this one was a custom one of someone's character, and I made an Ellen, and it's totally yep, old art is a thing. And then that one time I drew all the D. Greyman characters in bikinis just because. Yeah, it's a thing. But back to this. Okay, I will find you on there, Nikki, and I'm sure it's not as bad as you say. Because, I mean, everyone has to start somewhere anyway. Let's see. I will. How do you even DeviantArt anymore? I cannot remember. I will watch you. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. It's like a little Nikki. It's amazing. Not creepy at all, the fact that I'm just kind of stalking you now on here. I kind of wish I'd started DeviantArt earlier so that I would have a better documentation of my older stuff. But, oh well. Gosh, that's decent time ago. When did I start mine? It does tell you where. If I go in. 2011 was when I started mine. So, very long time ago, but not really. You are not. Oh, sorry. See, I still kind of can't get used to the fact that there are people that are born in the 2000s. Even though my sister was born in 2001, I still can't, like, it seems like a weird concept to me. Which is stupid, but what is the time? I'm getting hungry. Why am I getting hungry? At lunch? Oh, I suppose it's 4 o'clock over here. Getting closer to. Well, it'd be a very early dinner, but might have to go get myself some snacks soon. Oh yeah, Nikki, you like flicked stuff over for this on PayPal, I know, but like it's essentially, I mean, it's no different from doing it on Patreon. So technically, I owe you a sketch as well. I think I told you this, I don't know. But I need to think of what you'd like me to do for that. Since I'm working full time now, I won't be able to do anything like that during the week, but streams like this would be the time. It'd be quite easy for me to just do finishing touches and bits and pieces. On here, like this is probably getting to the point where I might do the rest off stream, just because I'm starting to slow down on it. So I could start on your sketch, Jess, if you wanted me to, because I see those pictures now. But like, I don't know if you want that on stream or not. Like, obviously I wouldn't show their pictures on stream. But it's up to you. But yeah, I do, Nikki, because like if you got like you paid for the color, that means I owe you a sketch as well. That's how it works. Cause it's like at that stuff at that level plus the stuff below it, which would be a sketch. I could work on Alice. Yeah, I've got the tab open, so I could just flick over and do that. And then I can do the others next time or later. I don't know. Hope you don't mind, Nikki, if I take a break from this for now. It helps as well to like have a break from it and come back, because then I'll see things I didn't see before. So if you want to take a screenshot or something, I don't know, Nikki, you could always go back, but that is what it is for now. I can always send you a picture of what it looks like at the moment. Sounds good. Yeah, I could do your new doll. Alright, back to Alice. Need to do a lot of smoothing on this, eh? Let me get my reference back. Oh yeah, all good. And we can talk more about that later as well, Jess. As far as like what sort of, like, I suppose if it's like a portrait, straight on is obviously the way to go. Add some colour to these cheeks. I'll blend it in, don't worry. I'm glad you like her. Just need to add some colour to her cheeks because, you know, she's going to be a little bit flushed, I imagine. She's going to, yep. What am I doing? I want that, there we go. Yeah, it is a lot of work when you're young. Like one of the people that came to meet up I had here the other day. Can I even remember how old she is? I think she said she was 14, and she has a doll. She got it like not that long ago, really, but it was quite a big thing, as you can imagine. Just kept saying to her, I'm so jealous. I wish I knew that BGDs existed, let alone had one when I was that age. Do you know what doll you're saving for? Like, have you decided on a sculpt or a size or anything like that? Ah, cool, yeah. The Risen Soul Me is really cool. I have a Risen Soul Me. Her name is Millie. She is very cool. It's a very long body, but I don't really have trouble finding clothes for her. She fits most SD stuff reasonably easily. And I've heard good things about the 5-star doll bodies, so yeah. Just do your research, as I'm sure you know. Can't really go wrong. But I mean, if you like the look of Resin Soul, I definitely would like consider them. They have really good customer service too if you go through them, and you'll get like a little carry bag and everything, which is a nice plus. Well, I mean, do you have an OC that you connect with the most, or like a favorite? Which is difficult, possibly, but I mean, no matter what you get, your first doll will be special anyway. I mean, I don't have have stories probably. Well, that's a lie. I don't have stories at all. The only one of my dolls who will probably like have something proper will be my new boy. Which, yes, I don't know if you were here, but when I said it, but I got a April Story 66 centimeter boy the other day, so that will be exciting. I do have girl characters too, but none of them like are who I have in dolls at the moment, so I didn't really think too much about characters when I, sorted out my girls. They just were their own thing. Nice. I've got a layaway for a switch head still, but otherwise I'm good. How tall is Claire? Good question. I should know this. Hang on, let me look it up because I will guess wrong. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to mute myself when I cough, but hang on, I'll mute myself for a bit. Oh, coughing fit later. I can't find how tall she is. I could measure her. That would be smart. I think she's like 52 or something. She's not quite as tall as Millie, and the reason for me is how tall is she? She's 60 centimeters. So actually, I was off with that. Claire would be about 58, I would guess, or 59 centimeters. I think on paper she's 60, but she's a little bit shorter. I mean, roughly 60 centimeters. Oh, she's the a senior doll, Clary, or Clary, or whatever it is. If you she's still on there. You can still find her. She was the Banshee Limited doll. In the senior doll section, if you go to page 2, I think she's on there. Actually, I might as well. So she's, maybe it's page 3. She's here. So this is Claire. So yeah, she came in grayskin as well. But obviously my Claire is in white skin. So yeah, she's sold out now. But sorry, I'm scrolling way too fast. She I didn't get her with the, well, when I got her secondhand, she didn't have the white wig, but she did have the purple eyes, and I didn't get her with that set. But yeah, very pretty. Don't look, Nikki. That's too tempting. I love lots of dolls though. That's so pretty. Did they have new Junior Duffs on there? No, not Junior Duffs. She's on the Type 2 body. Are you trying to figure out for me how tall she is? Yeah, for sure, Jess. It's all good. As long as you don't mind. Like, I do try and work on stuff when, the people are here, because then you can see. But if you are fine with me working on it otherwise, then all good. You go get some sleep. Sorry, and I'm slowing down myself too. Good night. It says she's 60. Okay, maybe. Gosh, now I'm confused. But the thing is, they say that the me is 60, and the me is definitely taller than Claire is. So, I mean, I've got them next to me. They're both in high heels, is all. But yeah, Millie's definitely taller. Sorry, I can just hear the creaking. So I play with Millie. But yeah, she's definitely taller than Claire. Definitely, definitely. So I don't know. I'll have to measure them properly. And I'm hoping I'm doing a body review, or just reviews in general, on the dolls I have at some point, and I'll measure them properly for that. But yeah, the boy will be 66, so no matter what, he's gonna dwarf them a little bit. And I'm going to have time to get clothes for him, which will be good. There's a few that I've bookmarked on Etsy. No, Millie's head's actually tiny in comparison. It's super, super strange. Like, her head looks really tiny next to Claire, to be honest. The fact that she's got a big wig on helps. Sorry, I've just stopped drawing. I'm just talking to you guys now. But yeah, so her head is quite small in comparison. There's quite a few female sculpts that, well, there's not as many as I'd like, but there are a few female sculpts with curves. Check out Summerbird's Viola. That's really, really pretty. I think there's a new pre-order on it soon, although I'm not going to be able to afford it because I just went and bought this boy. So I've got a friend who I'm really trying to get into the hobby, but yeah, the thing that they were saying is they would like a doll that had like those sorts of proportions, and I'm like, they exist, they exist. It's just gotta find them. But yeah, so I got them onto Summerbird's videos on YouTube, like with their sculpting process, and they really liked the look of her. But unfortunately, I'm too poor to just straight up buy her this doll. As amazing as that would be, and she'd have no choice but to be in the hobby. Viola is gorgeous. I really, really like that doll. Thing is though, she's MSD, and I mean I have one MSD, but she has a huge head, so somehow she kind of just fits with my SDs, kind of, and I don't want to commit to having like, oh, what am I saying? I mean I have a USD, but let's put it this way, I don't have him to change his clothes. Like, he's got his clothes and that's going to be him. My MSD could do with some more, but I'm not too fussed on it. But the SDs, I really like dressing them up, so I don't want to commit to having too many MSDs and then have to buy a lot of MSD clothes. Not yet, anyway. And if I had the Viola, I would need to definitely get a lot of clothes because she would just demand them. She would need them. Yeah, that most male MSD sculpts look younger, and they're not as muscly. One sculpt I really liked the look of for like SD boys was the hound body from oh, what is it called? Is it Dolce? Possibly Dolce. And that's actually the one I was thinking of getting the other day. But then I hummed and hard and just got the April story instead. Story sounds interesting though, Nikki. Be cool if, like, at some point, one day, you'd be able to share it. I mean, I'm hoping that I can share mine one day. It's the same as that comic that I mentioned on DeviantArt before, and it's had so many iterations just because I'm such a perfectionist and I try and write the beginning and then I just can't keep up with a schedule for it, and I get like, I just don't give myself enough time, and then I get behind with putting it up in time, and then I just kind of stop. And then I stop for so long that my style changes, and I go back, and then I can't continue because it would look very inconsistent, and I wasn't happy with how it looked anymore anyway, so then I started again, and it's just a cycle that repeats over and over. Oh, me, I wish. Not quite. I would love to do art of people's like characters as a job, but I mean, for one, I recently got a different job that has me too busy now to do this too much, and B, I mean, maybe I'm just not like getting myself out there enough, but I've never really had enough, you know, enough of an audience or whatever to actually do that, to live and survive. My pace is really slow as well, and I'm a little bit iffy on turning it into my job. Like, I don't know, I day to day my thoughts change on it. Like, I would love to, like that's always a fact, but yeah, I don't know. It would be a big commitment, and I'm just not in a place to make that at the moment. And I kind of want the freedom to experiment a little bit as well. It really is. Oh, commissions. So just go on my Patreon, to be honest. Like, that's probably when I was doing commissions, I made them more than the prices on there. And like, because the thing is, since it takes me so long, it needs to be that to be, feasible. But hang on, let me have a look. So at the moment on Patreon, what I say is for a sketch, so like not colored, just the lines, is $20, and it's US dollars. And then for a colored picture, it's 30. But then that's the pledge level, and that includes the one below it. So if you pledge for a color one, you would also get a sketch. If that makes sense. I mean, I don't think it is. I mean, as long as you're not like claiming their character as your character, and like before you do anything, like if you don't like outwardly do too much with it without their awareness or like permission, I can't see anything wrong with that. I just accidentally exited out of my of my window, so if you said anything recently, it's not there. Oh no, it's loading in. There we go. Okay, no, the comments are slowly loading back. Slowly the messages are coming back. Yep, become an art collector. Because that sounds like lots of fun. Sorry, I'm like rejigging my windows. Because they're like, you can see the YouTube one pop up. Now, I think I need to change the lighting on this a bit more. Make it a bit harsher, eh? Because it's a bit soft at the moment and I need to have darker bits. Because the light's coming from down below. So this bit here should be darker. And this bit should be darker. The bit above her eyebrow should be darker. The bit by her nose should be darker. I think. Yeah. This part's really dark. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. Nothing wrong with that. Gosh, now this nose is giving me grief. Thanks. Not quite though. Because it's so close up, I find these ones harder almost. This is just a lot more in your face, so it needs to be a lot tighter. I keep on knocking the cord of my headphones, so I'm hoping that that doesn't come up too much for you guys. Oh, awesome. It's so good that you've got that pod there. Now the real unpacking can begin for you. Oh, right. I mean, I'm sure you'll manage. Even if you just have boxes in the house for a bit, at least you'll have your stuff. Oh, no worries. Thanks for joining me. It was cool. I'm glad I was able to catch some people, because I was not sure if I would, especially when I was half an hour in and I was lonely. But that's all good. I really appreciate you turning up. Bye! suppose it's almost coming up to 2.5 hours. I might stop soonish myself. Get myself some food. I'm getting hungry. Ah, thank you. I am getting hungry though, so I probably won't stay much longer, and my throat's getting really weird. I'm needing to cough way more often. I'm trying to mute myself for most of them so you don't have to put up with it. But yeah. Thank you. I've been like sick for a while actually. And I thought I was getting better. I just had this cough. But when I woke up this morning, my voice was disappearing, so I hope that doesn't mean I'm getting sick again, because that would suck. Really don't want to get sick again. Especially since I was only just getting better. Oh, that's no good. Sometimes, like, you can just be really unlucky with illness, eh? For a while there, I had a good run where I wasn't getting sick. But, hasn't been so good recently. Mostly due to my job. Being around kids, like, as a teacher, so I'm around a lot, like, the elementary age children, so they're very grubby. And when they get sick, it generally means I get sick. My stomach's rumbling. Not that you can probably hear it, but oh my gosh. It's trying to show up on the mic. It's trying. slowly coming together. Starting to like this more and more, which is a good sign. So just trying to convey the really dark points and the really light points, because this will end up being mostly black at the end. Actually, what I might do is go like that, so I can make it a lot darker. Alright, I think I might have a break for now. It's just coming up to 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, 2 hours, 40 minutes. So, getting closer to 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. It was fun. Sorry I didn't talk too much at the end there. I think my voice has gotten a bit better. I sound more here. Hopefully I'll be able to do this again same time next week. Although I might try and make it earlier just so it's not as late for Jess. But we'll see how we go. Alright. I will see you later. Bye.